7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
He has a lot of problems.
Struggle to be top 5 in points at the end of the season.
Wow. You bleach your hair, you're a sellout.
The 43, your high point wrap-up show here. This show is going to look slightly different here. I am doing this one completely solo. This is going to be a solo monologue talking about my thoughts and opinions from High Point here this weekend, which was an absolutely excellent race here on Father's Day. Now, the reason I'm solo here and the reason I'm filming this in the manner I'm filming this is because it's Father's Day. So I just gave everybody the week off. I didn't schedule anybody because all of my friends that would come in would be dads. And even though a lot of them love Moto and whatever, I'm sure they want to spend time with their families. Just like I am, just like Seth needed to spend time with his dad. So again, I just let it all happen. But I want to thank all of our members who are tuning in, watching currently here, which there is a couple of you currently, so that's cool. If you guys do want to watch us record this show live like we are right now, what's up, Victor? Mexican Coca-Colas, baby! Hell yeah! We call this, my buddy Luke, who was at Thunder Valley with me, we call this the full-leaded Coca-Cola. So, salute everyone. Anyway, so I was letting everybody spend time with their fathers. I spent all day with my family, which was nice. So now I'm here to do a monologue with you guys. Like I said, if you guys do want to join the members area, $4.99 a month, you get to watch me record this shit show live, which is a good time. And you can interact with us. We also do Thirsty Thursdays, which you can ask any of the members in the comments, and they will tell you Thirsty Thursdays are fun because we will talk about absolutely everything and do all sorts of fun stuff in there. So let me just pull this up just so to make sure I can see the comments here as they come in, because we will be doing a little interaction here as we go. And then I suppose, sorry, I am way behind. It's been a hell of a day. I've spent all day with my family. And I've also had a migraine all day, so I've been really all over the place. So anyway, let me pull this up here so that we can have that. And let me get my notes going here, because this is about the stupidest motocross show on the internet here. So before we get started, thanks to all of our sponsors who are on board with us. Show presented by TLR Coatings. We're in the TLR Coatings studios here. They provide us obviously with the space to be able to do this show. If you need a custom powder coating, or if you're looking for a custom Milwaukee fastback like these back here in the back, you can go to the website there, and all of that information and things are there. Complete Racing Solutions obviously sponsoring our halftime report. I'm not sure if we'll have a halftime report today because I didn't really write anything down here. We'll have a little bit of a halftime because I do have a rant, an old rant, but a rant. So let's just put that in there. Thanks to Worx, who's going to be bringing you our 450 race recap. Thanks to Flo Racing, who's going to be bringing you our 250 race recap. We will have, like I said, already reloaded rant from Armory by Holster Co. If you haven't checked it out, I have a new Wednesday show with Eric Grondal from Alias MX, where we kind of wrap up the midweek stuff, things we hear, etc., etc. Dep Creative Co. on board with us here, helping us out with all our graphics needs, and then Nano X Treme for all our pain relief needs, which actually I should put a little nano on my forehead this morning, and that would have probably helped a lot with this headache I got going on. Migraines are effing terrible, and anybody who has them on a regular basis, I feel bad for you. So, show 343 here. High Point, and things got interesting there. Lots and lots of interesting things, from race results to things happening in practice. So let's start right off the rip here. 450 race recap brought to you by our friends at Worx. Always well hung, just like Justin Barsha, who was not there this weekend. due to a back injury he sustained last week at Thunder Valley, and so he is kind of sitting out here for a little bit. We'll see. Also, a little rumor mill about Justin Barcia is possible non-re-signing to Ducati America, but maybe signed up to go to Ducati Europe and do MXGP Series next year. I heard a rumor a while ago that there was a possibility that not a possibility. There was a big name U.S. rider that was possibly going to ride the GPs next year, and Barcia's pretty much who we've kind of narrowed it down to. So we'll have to see what happens there, but that's a possibility. So let's go through our 450 results here, and I will give my thoughts on everything that happened here. So first off, obviously, Hunter Lawrence goes 1-1 on the day. And what can you say about Hunter? It was a fantastic day. He rode absolutely superb. I will be honest, in that second moto, Jet got that whole shot, and I was like, yep, there we are. Never mind. We just had a bad start. See you later. And then 2 corners later, Hunter was back around him, and I went, oh, never mind. Hunter rode absolutely fantastic. This was the Hunter that showed up at Paula. This was the Hunter that rode Supercross all year. If this Hunter continues to show up, it is going to be interesting. Mark my words, for the rest of the season here. If this Hunter does not show up, then I think we see a lot of what we've seen already, which is Jet witty. But very interesting. Through 4 rounds here, we have each Lawrence has won 2 overalls, so that's kind of a thing. Now Jet does still have, I think, like a 2-point lead on him or something like that, 1 or 2 points on him. So that's cool. The Jet still has the red plate there, just because I'm a Jet guy. I love Hunter too. Hunter's a great guy. These brothers are great. I've never had a bad interaction with him. Hunter's my best friend, but I'm a Jet guy at heart. It's the donut situation. That's what does it for me. Anyway, yeah, so what a great day by Hunter. Man, he rode great, and he just pulled away from those guys, man. There was just no touching him. Adios. See you later. The sad part is that it as per normal, he's so good and he's so low key that, like, he's not going to get the spotlight he should because of other things that happened throughout the day yesterday. And we're going to get to those here right off the rip as soon as we get past him. But I want to give Hunter his flowers for how well he rode yesterday at High Point. So, great ride, 1-1, solid second place. We've got the week off here, obviously, and then we go into another 4 rounds. So it'll be interesting to see what these next 4 rounds are like. Do they split again? What does Hunter look like? I don't know. He said that they did test this week prior to the race. They tested, they ran it in first practice, and then went back to base. So it doesn't sound like the testing really went anywhere. But at least it gives us someone that can possibly beat Jet, because otherwise this will be terribly, terribly boring. And speaking of Jet, Jet goes 2-2 on the day for second overall. Terrible start in that first one. Came around the first corner like 11th or 12th there. Worked his way through. Not as fast as I thought he might. But he looked like Jet yesterday. There was a lot of talk in both practice and in the race commentary by Jason Thomas and the guys that Jet looked very much more Jet yesterday. And he did. He did. Now, did he win? No. Which, okay, cool. He's still got some crazy stat. Like, out of 31 races, he's won 24, 25 of them, something like that. Dude, it's ridiculous. It's freaking ridiculous, man. But I did think he looked very much more Jet yesterday. However, if Jet's turned a corner in a sense, not that he was ever the real full send it guy, but if he has turned a corner, like he talked about in the press conference, where it's like, hey man, I put in a little push, knew I wasn't going to catch him, and just said, screw it, we're just going to tuck in for second here. If he's made that decision and has that brain capacity going on now, he's going to be even more dangerous, because you run into things like, for example, when he crashed at Hangtown a couple of years ago. What was that? That was hey man, I thought I could do this, but I couldn't, and it was sketchy when they had it built up that I could do it. So for him to now be able to process things like this, where he's like, I'm not even going to push to try to get him because A, I don't need it, and B, if I do, I'm going to probably hit the deck. Man, that's a scary thought, because if you get a Jet Lawrence that on his bad days he's like second or third, which is what it kind of appears to be this year, that's a bummer for everybody else. That's a big bummer, big problem. So, great day for Jet Lawrence also. So, and then coming into our third place here, we're going to enter the danger zone. Hopefully that registered in the mic properly there. All right, so Deegs goes 4-3 for third overall. All right, man, here's the thing. The entertainment value here is off the charts. It is off the charts. And the fact of the matter is that he's like his fans, right? He's like a bed bug that he just keeps showing up with these Lawrence boys. And like I saw it in Hopper's video, so I'm gonna steal this from him. Which plagiarism's the whatever Johnny says, the most sincere form of flattery. Like, Hayden wants all the smoke. He wants all the smoke. He wants every piece of Jet and Hunter Lawrence, mostly because he knows they're the best, and he wants to be the best. So if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. Well, those guys are the best, so he's got to beat them. He doesn't back down from it. He's not scared of them. He's freaking about it, dude. And man, it is. He's done it so much. He's just like picking at these Lawrence boys so much that now he's even getting them to react. So they weren't doing anything, right? They weren't reacting. They wouldn't even mention his name. They called him what's his name, which I thought was hilarious. And I really wish they would have kept doing that, but whatever. To now, as you saw in qualifying yesterday, Hayden roost Jet. Obviously, Jet wasn't a fan. Jet roosted him back. And then Jet falls there, crashes, whatever. Hayden goes by. Lord knows what he said to him. Probably chirping the shit out of him, which is awesome. And Jet flips him off. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I'm about it. Let's do it. This is what I want. Now, with that being said, Hayden's having a fantastic rookie year. But let me just go full steam ahead here, add all of the bed bugs there. Because the problem's not Hayden, okay? I don't have any problem with Hayden. Hayden's riding great. Hayden's playing WWE. Hayden's doing what Hayden does. It's the fans that I can't stand. The Deegan fans blow my mind. Okay, the mental gymnastics I have to do. Here's the long and short of it. What's up, Dreadful? Good to see you in here, man. Here's the long and short of it with Hayden. He hasn't beat Jet yet. He hasn't beat him. Jet has beat him every single moto, dude. Jet has won races. Deegan hasn't been close to sniffing a race win yet. Okay? Yeah, there was a battle for 15 minutes. He was cutting the track. He was shortening the track. I'm not even going to say cutting. He wasn't. I'm not even going to go with the cutting the track last week. He was shortening up the track, okay? Shortening up the track. Lord knows what that was gaining him. Let's just say it was anywhere from 1/10 to half a second there, okay? Which, no matter what, these guys work their ass off to gain 1/10 of a second with each other, okay? And yet he still has not beat him. Now, he's not backing down, and he's going to continue until he reaches that point where he is going to challenge and really challenge. But again, I'm watching yesterday. Jet gets a bad start. Deegs also gets a bad start. And Deegs does not go through the field like Jet does. That's how he ends up with that fourth in the first moto, dude. Like, Deegs is a hair off. Deegs is great, but Deegs is a hair off. And Deegs is really establishing himself as the third best guy. But he's not better than the Lawrences. Period. Full stop. End of sentence. He's not. I won't hear it. I don't give a fuck about, oh, he's beaten everybody that Jet beat, so he's on that same. No, he's not. No, he's not, because he isn't winning. Okay? I'm sorry that Jet didn't have to race Jet, but Deegs isn't winning. Okay? I think Deegs has a fantastic first 4 races. He is solidly the third guy in the 450 class. No questions asked. Jumped in. Boom. He's there. He's doing it. It's fantastic. There isn't anybody else in the 250 class right now that I think would come out and do anywhere remotely close to this. Okay? but he's not the Lawrences. So does he win a race this year? Maybe. I'm still floating around that 25% mark that he is going to improve. And at one of these rounds, he's going to yank a start. He's going to be out front, and it's going to be incredible. But for right now, dude, like, he ain't there. He ain't there. Okay? Maybe in these next 4, maybe he gets one. Maybe. But again, I'm like 25% he wins a moto. Period. That's it. So, and again, doing what you're doing. I mean, he pissed Jet off, and then look what Jet did. Jet went out and went a second and a half faster than him in qualifying or whatever it was. He went like 159 something, which, like I said, was a second and a half, maybe almost 2 seconds faster in qualifying. And then, yeah, just like here's the problem is playing these games, he's not going to get necessarily what he wants out of them. He's going to get the reaction they got yesterday, which is just going to go out there and lay the fucking hammer down and say, watch this kid, and be 2 seconds a lap faster than him. And then when they get to the rate, like, he's just not anywhere close, dude. He's not anywhere close. I don't have the difference here. I mean, he's closer than he was. He's not 30 seconds back anymore, but he's still not. He's in the ballpark. Let's put it that way now. He's jumping out of the stands in the outfield into the field itself, but he's still in the outfield. Okay. Now you give it a few more weeks, maybe he gets closer. Maybe he starts getting into the infield here, where he's close. He's closer. Let's call it 5 seconds or so. I don't know. Again, great rider, fantastic, freaking third best dude out here. Okay, third best dude out here. Period. Full stop. End of discussion. I won't even have the discussion. If anybody tried to tell me, if anybody who really hated Deegan tried to have a discussion with me about how Deegan was not the third best guy in the 450 class, I would call him a freaking moron. But he's not Jet and Hunter. So we'll see how the season progresses. It's interesting. And I'm about that life, dude. I'm really about that life with it, because it allows us to have things to talk about. Because otherwise, this whole thing is rather boring, and we're just looking for stories. And I know that there's other Moto Media members that don't like whatever, but sorry, this is the way it is. You got to make up a story. Even they're coming up with some story, and I don't mean like make it up, but like you got to have something to talk about, right? If I run down this list here and just tell you guys, Hunter went 1-1 for first, Jet went 2-2 for second, Deegan went 4-3 for third, and just run down the list, like, what is that? That's not entertaining at all. There's no opinion. There's no nothing. That's not entertainment. We're also here to be entertainers. These guys are entertainers. We're entertainers as the media, which means we have to have a story to tell. And if you don't have a story to tell, then there really isn't anything for you guys to listen to. So, but yeah, as far as the Deegan Danger Zone goes, dude, I'm here for it. There's merch coming. I got a t-shirt idea from Cole today. I don't know if Cole's making that t-shirt or what. I got to figure that out because I want one. You guys will see it for sure. Look out for the Anti-Deegan Club shirts here. There is a link in the description to our store. I'm not even sure, to be honest, what all's in. I know B-Class Bench Racer shirts are in there, so make sure to go check all that stuff out, man, because, yeah, we're the gift that keeps on giving of Hayden Deegan. We're going to continue to do what we're doing and make merchandise for this, which is going to be awesome. So anyway, that concludes our Deegan Danger Zone. Moving on, Prado goes 3-5 for fourth. I'm having a real hard time here. Okay, so Prado comes in to the U.S. last year as a 2-time MXGP World Champion. And the thing goes through us, the thoughts go through us, just like always, of, man, dude, just make it through Supercross, get to outdoors. So he gets hurt in Supercross, he comes back in outdoors, and the Kawasaki sucks, so he doesn't do anything. So then this year, he gets on KTM, he's lights out in Supercross, like really, really good in Supercross. The improvement was immense, absolutely immense. And then we go, oh man, just wait till he gets to outdoors. Now he's on a bike he likes, oh man, wait till he gets to outdoors. Then we get to outdoors, and we podium the first round. And we're like, ah, dude, it's coming. Here we go. Another guy in the game, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. Then we have the Hangtown situation. Bike blows up. First moto. Second moto starts from the outside. Basically doesn't go anywhere. Okay, I'll give you that. Then we go to Thunder Valley. And he's invisible all day. He's not up front. He's not fast in qualifying. He's not nothing. I don't remember what his results were. That's how terrible it was. Let's see here. Prado. Thunder Valley. 5th place at Thunder Valley. Okay, cool. So he's top 5, but whatever. Which again, good, but just like not 2-time MXGP world champion. Good. That we're thinking. Now we come into this weekend here and we're like, okay, maybe an off week, Thunder Valley, altitude, yada yada, whatever. And he goes 3.5 for 4th. Now, mind you, last week the Coonan showed up, and Lucas goes 2.2 for 2nd last week. Jorge got 5th. Lucas has not won an MXGP title yet. So we need to see how the rest of the year goes here. But I've got some big questions when it comes to Prado here. Some big questions about how good was he really? How good are the GPs really? Because, we catch a bunch of shit every year because America doesn't win the MXON. But here's a thought. Who's won MXON the last 2 years? Who? Oh, that's right. It's been Australia. Who is racing on the Australian team? Oh, Jet and Hunter. Who are the 2 best guys in the United States right now in motocross and supercross? Oh, Jet and Hunter. Which means, well, the best guys in the world are not necessarily American, which is fine. They still race the U.S. Series. It's not the GP guys. It's the guys who race the U.S. Series. And in fact, when you run down like the top 5 at MXON, it's pretty full of guys who run the U.S. Series, right? Like Shimoda when he was on the 450. You've got Jet, obviously. Hunter, obviously. Tomac, obviously. Sexton, obviously. I mean, you're running down a list of AMA Pro Motocross guys. Now, they're not all American, but they all race the American Series. So this is something I'm going to continue to track here. Now, obviously, we have a week off. Then we have Redbud, and I believe we have Southwick. So we'll see when Coonan's come back for Southwick. I am pretty high on Lucas can probably win that race, to be honest with you. But I'm having some big questions start to pop up in my head about Prado and how good he really is. And we'll see as we go forward here. But what I'm hoping to do here is maybe get Justin on the phone to really have a conversation about this as we get a little further down the road. Maybe at the end of the year. Maybe off-season show. I'll get Justin on the phone and we'll talk, because I'm just questioning it. Like the guys at 2-time MXGP champ, we're now on a bike that we are absolutely in love with, that we won our last MXGP world title on, and out of 4 rounds, we've podiumed 1 round overall. And the other 3 kind of, So we'll have to see. It's not a bad season. I'm not saying it's bad. Again, we have to get past the fact of, like, if you're not winning, you suck in this sport, because we have that problem, because all of these top 20 dudes are bad to the bone. Best riders out there. But we gotta, like, I have some questions. So anyway, moving on. AP goes 6.4 for 5th. Great ride by him, dude. His starts and he runs up front for the first part of the moto, man. And then people that are supposed to get him, Jet, Hunter, Deegan, then they get back by him if they don't outstart him. But I mean, I saw at Thunder Valley, he had 2 great starts at Thunder Valley, went backwards a little bit, but like still, like for AP, especially coming off injury and stuff, fantastic ride. Another great ride for Marchbanks, going 5.6 for 6th. I mean, you got to look at this, okay? look at the guys beating Marchbanks here. And this is something I want to really start to highlight here are like these guys from like 5th to 8th, because these guys like are super good, but like don't get enough credit, right? So you look at Marchbanks, right? So who beat him? Aaron Plessinger, Supercross and Motocross champion. Prado, 2-time MXGP world champion. Deegs, Supercross, Motocross, MX 250 champion. Jet, obviously, champion in all aspects. And Hunter, 250 champion and absolutely lights out 450. And then you have Marchbanks, who won a 250 race and has been on the podium a couple times in the 450 class outdoors. And he's clearly starting to slot himself in as like the 5th best guy. Like, I mean, yeah, he went 5-6 for 6, but like that's dude, this is really good. I heard he's already re-signed to Kawasaki, which is great. I think that's the way it should be. But shout out to Marchbanks, dude. What a killer season he's having. Harrop goes 8-8 for 7th. That's cool. Like that guy. Going back to GPs next year, so that's a bit of a bummer, but whatever. RJ goes 10-7 for 8th. Crashed in what's the first moto? Or was it practice? I don't know. He crashed. Bummer deal. But that's RJ. So he'll look good on that Ducati next year. Jordan Smith sighting 9-13 for 9th. I didn't notice Jordan all day, but that's fantastic. Those are fantastic finishes for Jordan right there. Valentin Guillo goes 14-11 for 10th, so that's good. Michigan's own Mitchell Harrison goes 15-12 for 11th. Freddie Noren, now is he? What was it? The all-time leading starter for outdoors or something like that, which is crazy. Never would have thought that. 13-15 for 12th, so that's cool. Cooper Webb goes 7-39 for 13th. Loose handlebars or something, that second moto, which would be really scary to ride with, so I don't blame him for pulling off there. Jeremy Hand, 16-14 for 14th. Craig goes 39-9 for 15th. I don't know what happened that first moto to him. Benny goes 38-10 for 16th. Also don't know what happened that first moto for him. Gillig goes 11-40 for 17th. Rough day. He pulled off that second moto, and I still haven't heard any reason as to why he pulled off. I'm sure I'll hear something this week, but who knows? He had that big crash in practice, too, so whatever. Rod Bell goes 17-17 for 18th. Cornelius Tondal goes 12-38 for 19th. And Grant Harlan rounds out our top 20 going 40-16 for 20th. And let's just run this down. See, Jace Kessler made the motos again. Good job, Jace. Go 24-27 for 28th overall. And Bradley Esper from Hollow, Michigan. No idea who that is, but shout out to our Michigan boys here. Oh, whoops. Actually, we got a couple people here. So Bradley Esper goes 33-31 for 37th. And then we have Carter DeLong from Coloma, Michigan, goes 36-35 for 40th. Okay, so what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 dudes from Michigan Mafia. If you get to Mitchell there, yeah. 4 dudes from Michigan Mafia there, so that's cool. That's been your 450 race recap, brought to you by our friends at Gutterworks, always well hung, just like Justin Barsha. Okay, with that being said, we'll jump into our Complete Racing Solutions halftime report. This month, we are highlighting Coach Rob's bachelor certificate program there. So if you want to be a nutritionist / health expert for motocross people, make sure to check it out. Make sure to check out Coach Rob for all your health and wellness needs, man. They are crushing it over there. Coach Rob really killing the game. He has a long-term growth plan for that company, man. So he is going to be around for a long time. Hell of a great guy. He'll help you out. You're going to get tons of freebies. And tell him Travis from the Moto Aftermath Show sent you there. And he can help you out. Okay. Halftime here. What do I got for this? So as far as a rant goes, man, dude, I'm just gonna rant on the same thing I've ranted on for weeks and weeks and weeks. I ranted on it in the Deegan Danger Zone there. Dude, these Deegan fans are just so out of control, man. So out of control. Like, you guys are really unbearable at times because you are just so out there with he cannot do anything wrong. And again, it's not Deeg saying the stuff, it's you guys. You guys are the ones that are just like, ugh. So please, keep your thoughts to yourself. Like, if you don't know what you're talking about, just shut the fuck up. That's all there is to it. And that's my rant. I don't have much of another rant. That's just my rant for this week. Because, wow. I can't. I can't. All right, let's take some comments here from our members here. Dreadful says, agree, Dees is a great rider, but fans make me not like him, in my opinion. Yes, exactly. Hence the rants every single week. Jet don't let anyone beat him by that much. I personally feel like Jet was riding around waiting for Deegan to scrap thing, gap him, but he never showed up on the scene. Tim, that's probably, I wouldn't put that past Jet either, whether he said or not. I mean, he wasn't roosting Deegan. He was just trying to get his tire clean for a fast lap. That was what was happening there. So, Dreadful says, would you say Coonan is just different level than Prado when he won his 2 GP titles? The level is increased. Yeah, but Prado won his last GP title 2 years ago. So, like, Coonan was racing MX2, so I wouldn't say it's that much. Now, if you wanted to say, like, Hurlings or something, I would be on board with that, right? I mean, Hurlings did come over here and absolutely lay wood to everybody, but I wouldn't say the level's up that much in the GPs since Prado left 2 years ago. Now, Prado did basically take last year off, is how we'll word it. So, like, that's a factor too. But I wouldn't say that the levels should be that much higher than when he left a couple of years ago. It's just, I don't know. I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions when it comes to that. So, Tim said he acted like he won yesterday. Are you talking about Deeks? I mean, he plays it off very well. He's just very excited to be there. Very excited to be there. Patrick says we're going to see you at Redbud. I will be at Redbud both Friday and Saturday. So that will be a thing. Me, my dad, and Seth will all be there. Cole, I believe, is coming too. We'll have to see, but I believe Cole is coming also. Nick says, got to spend the second moto with Dazzy. He was explaining to me and my uncle how the boys' plan is to get a gap, then sort out who beats each other later in the moto. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right with those two. Of, hey, we'll run it out 10, 15, 20 seconds, and then you and I will sort it out. The thing with that, though, being that I don't think that it's going to be that way. I think it's going to be a lot of what we saw yesterday, where, like, one of them is just clearly better and just takes off type deal. So, so if you guys want the opportunity to talk to us here in the comments section during the filming of the show, make sure to go join the members area, $4.99 a month. And again, we're going to put out some. Seth is now full-time. Seth is now a full-blown adult. And so Seth is here almost all week. And we are going to be using him to put out more and more content. So hopefully everybody's enjoying that. I'm very pumped because our numbers are going up here since Seth has been out. We've been doing a lot of stuff here, both on my end and Seth's end here when it comes to show stuff. So that's very exciting. And I'm very pumped to see where this goes here for outdoors. So make sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that bell so you never miss an upload. I did just put the reaction show up. So any of these members that are watching right now, if you guys haven't seen that yet, sorry. I was incapacitated most of the day with a migraine while I was trying to spend time with my family here. And so, I uploaded it last night, went to bed, was like, I'll just put it up in the morning, and then the day has not gone the way it is. But the reaction show is up now. So you guys can go check that out if you would like to. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Sorry, I took absolutely terrible notes this week for halftime here, so I don't think I got anything else. Tissue. Let's just do this here so y'all don't have to listen to. Okay. There we are. Okay. Thanks, buddy. Happy Father's Day to you too. Okay, let's move on here to our 250 race recap, brought to you by our friends at Flo Racing. Make sure you check them out. If you're in the Southwest Michigan area, they can help you out with all your bike repairs, maintenance, all that kind of stuff. They build you a sick P-Dub 50 if you got a kid. All sorts of great stuff. Scott over there is absolutely awesome. And jumping into 250s here. So Cole Davies goes 1-1. Cole Davies is great. Cole Davies is awesome. Cole Davies is inconsistent when it comes to outdoor races. And I don't know what Cole Davies is going to show up at any particular weekend. So here we are. Great job, Cole Davies, going 1-1. Right back in. The 250 class is still wide open. There's no other way to put it other than the 250 class wide open. That's it. That's it. It's wide open. There's any of these guys could win it. Cole Davies, Juju, Shimoda, Kitchen, Haymaker maybe, but with that second moto, that's going to create a bit of an issue. But any of these guys could win this title. Any of them. And I like what okay, cool, man. Like the numbers are a little bit more consistent, I would say, than what they've been. But so Davies goes 1-1 for first. Juju rides absolutely phenomenal and goes 2-2 for second, which again, great. The comeback is great. We'll have to see how he continues here through on these East Coast tracks. But this one was fine. Shimoda goes 3-4 for third. Okay. Here's my thing with Joe. We all know Joe's MO. Joe starts off the series kind of like, ugh. Comes in, oh, title favorite, ugh. And then gets better as the series goes on. Joe is going to end up like, they're going to, everybody's going to fuck up, and they're going to let Joe stick around here because everybody else is so inconsistent. And Joe is going to end up winning this title because Joe is going to catch fire and rattle off 2 or 3 wins in a row. And everybody else is going to be super all over the board. And next thing you know, you're going to get to the end of the year, Joe's going to win the title by 10 points. That's it. That's it. Like, these guys had a chance to get Joe knocked out of this title because Joe takes a while to get going. But like, they keep letting him stick around. And like, when we come back, this is when Joe starts to hit his stride, is once we get past like the first 4 or 5 rounds. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know who wins. Like, dude, if Davies rode like Davies rode yesterday, the rest of the year, dude, Davies is gonna crush everybody, and then become the all around guy that he thinks he is. But if he doesn't, okay, I don't know. There's so much inconsistency. Like, again, Juju sitting around 2-2 yesterday, and he's been right there in that 2-3-4-5 range the whole time, and is sticking there because everybody's just all over the place. But Kitchen goes 6-5 for fourth, and again, he got a bad start that first moto, and like he went down and like couldn't come through. Like, I don't know. Like, Kitchen's so fast, but like, what? Here's the thing. I think if you're Kawasaki, you're sitting here kind of hoping he wins this title, because when Chase leaves, which we'll get to because I forgot to cover that, but when Chase leaves, like, you need somebody, and the rumor is that they're all saying like, look, we could just move Kitchen into that spot. But are you gonna move Kitchen up without winning any title? I mean, I guess so. Then you got 2 guys. So then Kawasaki will have 2 guys on their team, on their 450 team, that have not won a 250 title. That would be insanity. That would be something we've never seen before. What a weird thing. What a weird thing. Cade Manier goes 10-3 for fifth. Okay. Still the best interview in the 250 class. Like, and especially of these rookies, the best. Dude, his comment on the podium about riding a wide bike and he needed saddlebags on it, it was so wide, hilarious. Get that guy on TV more, because he can actually speak. Unlike most of these other 250 guys, he can actually speak. There's very few of them that can, but he can. Juju does great interviews. Joe's getting much, much better. Kitchen does great interviews. Cade Manier is effing awesome. And for a rookie kid, it's phenomenal. The best interview, in my opinion, in the 250 class right now. So more of him, please. And if he sees this, we'll have you on anytime, man. We'd love to call and talk to you. Ryder D goes 7.6 for 6. Ryder D is so fast, but like, what the hell happens in the motos, dude? Like in qualifying, he is so fast. He's right at the top of the board. Absolutely fantastic. But then, like, in the motos, he's just not quite there. He just doesn't quite have it. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know why he doesn't have it in the motos. Can he not sustain it for 30 minutes? I'm not sure. But like Ryder D should be battling for podiums, and here he is running around 7.6 for 6. What? I don't know. Casey Cochran, great first moto. Goes 4.11 for 7th. Hole shotting, leading. I really wanted him to get on the box that first moto because this kid needs something like that to kind of get the confidence back going. He's been hurt so much. He's really been kind of like a flame out as far as pro riders go. And I haven't heard anything about what he's doing next year with the team shutting up. All I know is he's not going to KTM with the rest of them. So I don't know what he's doing next year, but like give him a few more results like this, and then like let's get that confidence up and get him on a team, dude, because I hate seeing these kids flame out, right? You put all your effort into this all the way growing up to be a professional at this, and then you get here and it's just like, oh crap. So Michael Mosman goes 9.9 for 8. Okay. Chance Hymas, 13.8 for 9th. Hold on, I'm missing something here. Let me just. I know he was sick the last 2 weeks, dude. But there's been nothing. Nothing. No fast laps. No starts. No nothing. And I don't know if this is. I'm just trying to hold it together and like get through the outdoor season without getting hurt. I don't know what this is, but 13.8 for 9th is not doing it. I haven't heard that his deal's done for next year. I've heard that they want to keep him, but like, dude, if he doesn't put some results on the board, like, how do you keep him? You know, because this isn't Honda material at this point, man. Like, I mean, I guess who do you get outside of him? I don't know, because there was a rumor for a while of Seth going there, but then I think Seth's resigned. So I don't know, man. But he needs to come back after the break with a vengeance and lay some stuff down and get some results. Otherwise, this is going to be a big issue for him. So, yeah, I'm baffled. I'm panicking for him. And I don't know where this goes. But he's got to figure something out, man. Dylan Schwartz goes 12.10 for 10th. Lux Turner goes 11.12 for 11. Crocodile Dundee, a.k.a. Caden Dundee, whatever, goes 8.17 for 12th. Here we are back to inconsistencies. Haymaker goes 5, 40th for 13th. Big chink in the armor here for Seth. Big kick in the nuts for title hopes here. So we'll see what happens. But this is an uphill battle he's fighting now, so he's going to really have to do something here to get back in this. Carson Mumford, 47 for 14th. Don't know what happened that first moto. Drew Adams is back way too early, so he's 14-15 for 15th. Carson Wood in his second pro race, 18-13 for 16th, which is fine. Landon Gordon, 15-16 for 17th. That's not good. That's really not Star Yamaha quality there, so careful, kiddo. Parker Ross goes 24-14 for 18th. Deacon Deno, rough day, going 16-37 for 19th. And a real off day for Nick Romano, going 17-22 for 20th. So hopefully Romano can pick that up because this is a really feel-good story, and I really want to see him get that Kawasaki ride for next year. So a couple other honorable mentions in Michigan locals here. Vincent Way makes his pro debut, goes 22-18 for 21st. Marshall Welton, Michigan's own, goes 20-20 for 20. What a kick in the nuts. 20-20 for 22nd overall. Anybody else from Michigan in here? Nope, that's it. Rough day for Enzo Temmerman, going 37 DNS also. So, and Max Bolin goes 36 DNS. So I don't know what happened there. It looked like a wrist thing. And that's basically it for the 250 class. So let's jump back in the comments here. Nick, if you want any inside scoops on High Point, I get tickets to Tyler's bike every year for all the day pit pass and family friends watching section, so I can talk to some guys and Honda guys. Yeah, sure, man. We always like insider info, man. We always like inside. We have sources, much like you, who know people, and we just talk. We say things. So if you got any info, man, if you talk to anybody, you got any info, DM it to me on Instagram, and I'll check it out and look into it myself and see. For someone who broke their back, Juju is riding way above expectations. This is very true. I think if Joe wins the title, he could go to Kawasaki because he was good those PC years. Maybe, but I think he's locked up at Honda the next year or two still. So Kawasaki should wait till next year and sign J Coop. I think J Coop was on the docket for Kawasaki, and because I believe he was going to replace Marchbanks, and I don't think J Coop wants to go to Kawasaki. That bike's got a bad rep right now. So Ryder D lacks racecraft. Maybe I'll have to watch him at Redbud and see. I don't think Kitchen's ready at all for the 450. I think that would ruin him and his confidence, probably. But I mean, what's your confidence like when you're running around going 6.5 for 5th overall in the 250 class? You know, Casey should go AEO. Yeah, he'll probably end up on some team like that, maybe. I mean, Casey's eerily reminiscent of a lot of years ago when they were getting all these young kids on every single team and basically running them through the ringer. And it didn't matter if it was Geico, KTM, Husky, Gas. They were bringing these kids in super duper early, and within 2 years they'd flame out because they couldn't hack it when they got to pros. So, I think Chance, like AC, don't want any more surgery for a while. Could be, really could be. Does Honda have a pipeline for amateurs or no? Not really, man. Not really. There's the pipeline. The only pipeline open is the one that goes from amateur to a star bike. Everyone else just I don't even know. I don't know how to explain it because it blows my mind as to how there is no pipeline. Cole, Juju, Joe, Seth absolutely wicked his shoulder. Yeah, he did. Hopefully it's not too fucked up, but he definitely RV'd 2015 there. No, Honda has 0 featured riders. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand what these OEMs plan to do here as far as kids, and then they're like, oh, I can't believe Star's got all these kids. Yeah, dude, because Star just signs everybody. So, Lawrence HRC in the future for 250s. I don't know. What? Lawrence HRC farm facility? Oh, yeah, I mean, I think that's HRC's East Coast facility at this point anyway, because they can all ride there, so... yeah, okay, cool. So that's been 250 Race Recap brought to you by our friends at Flo Racing. Again, thanks to everybody who sponsors the show. Thanks to Adept Creative Co. And, I got a Nano X Treme painful take here. Let me pull this up here. And maybe in post-production, I'll have Seth actually put this in the video here. I found a comment in Facebook this week. Let me read this here. Where did it go? Oh, here we go. Nope, that's not it. Let's see. Man, somewhere. Oh, here we go. This is the top comment I found, and this is from all the way back in February. I'm very sad I missed this. And we'll put this up on the screen here so you guys can see who this guy is. You guys are attention-seeking faggots. Get a life or an original take. Talking about someone's take is fucking lame, bro. Well, Dakota, Appreciate the support, man. Really do. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, yeah, so hopefully Seth put that on the screen there so everybody on the replay can see. And yeah, if you have a comment that you think we need to see, make sure that you make it, because we will be here for it. So that's your Nano X Treme Painful Take of the Week. We can comment on comments. Go fuck yourselves, guys. Yeah, fuck the haters. Thank you. Don't worry. I'm very good at that. Fuck them all. So anyway, thank you all for tuning in. Thanks to all of my beautiful members who were watching here. I think at some point there were actually 10 of you watching, which is insanity for us. We don't usually get that many on a live stream because we're just not as consistent with our times as we think it should be. Thanks, Tim, for the Happy Father's Day, bro. Happy Father's Day to you also. I assume you're a dad. If you're not, then sorry. But if you are, then Happy Father's Day to you also. Anyway, and Happy Father's Day to any of the dads out there. Also here, no show next week because we have an off week. So I'm very excited to not have a race or a show to have to watch and handle. We will do our Wednesday show with Eric. Probably we'll do one this week. No show next week, and then we'll do one on Wednesday before Redbud. So, right? No, we just won't have an off week with that because we'll do it, and then we'll preview Redbud or something later. So we will have Wednesday shows, but we're not doing a main show next week. So anyway, with that being said, thank you all for tuning in. Thanks to all our members. If you guys want to see this thing recorded live, make sure to join the members area. Thanks to all our wonderful sponsors who have been with us here: TLR Coatings, Complete Racing Solutions, the Armory by Holster Co., Gutter Worx, Flo Racing, Adept Creative Co., Alias MX, and Nano X Treme. Make sure to check them all out. There's links in the description down below. And with that being said, you'll see you all in a couple of weeks for a Redbud wrap-up. That one should be pretty special. So make sure to check that out. See you all in a couple of weeks. Later.
Thanks for tuning into the Moto Aftermath show. If you guys like the show, make sure to give us a thumbs up there with that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so you never miss a show update, a live show, or anything that we're doing here, because when we find out news, we will be on here bringing you our thoughts with it. Also, if you guys want to help support the show, join our members area. You'll get member exclusives, including live shows. You get to watch the show being recorded live, and you'll get all sorts of other member benefits. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Join the members area, subscribe. We'll see you all on the next one.